What's going on, everybody? This is Rockstar of the Birdman Misfits. And of course, I'm always joined with my wonderful co-host, CW. Okay, he's disappeared on me. I don't know where he went to. Okay,
Did I
well,
scare him away?
I think you did. I think CW heard you were coming in and or he put himself on mute and he doesn't realize he put himself on mute, or he
Maybe
literally just
he's busy right now. Oh,
no,
CW's busy right now.
no, he said hello. What happened,
Oh,
CW?
if they were a snake, they would have bit me.
Oh, your ear thingies. Okay. Well, anyway, my co-host CW.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I'm
we
here.
and we have a wonderful, wonderful guest today. I think I met her at X3. I'm not quite sure. I probably met her before that.
I know I
Um,
met you at X3, but yeah, I'm not. We may have crossed paths before that.
I have no idea. Like it's been a heck of a year this 2023. So it could have been anywhere because it feels like a long time. Anyway, Chrissy LeBlanc. Can you tell everybody like who is this? Who is this Chrissy character?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Well, I do put on a bunch of different character hats, so that's a fair question. Um, I am an award-winning content creator,
Boom,
a spicy content creator,
boom.
and a cosplayer. Those are like
Hey,
my main wheelhouse. But I'm a live streamer, I'm a cam girl. I am a Key Club, ePlay Key Club brand ambassador, which means that I'm like a brand ambassador for ePlay, which is a live streaming site where I do most of my live streams.
Okay, I want to say this. Okay, so I have perused your cosplay. Okay. And
Good.
I don't know the name of this person, but it was one you did I really, really enjoy. I really, really I'm sorry. See that we turned his camera on and he rarely does that and it just threw me off. It threw me all the way off for a second. Anyway, it was
You're
one
getting
like
lost in his eyes.
yes, like look at those eyes. Like and like he has his like he's always good
I
golden his
can't
golden
really
hair
see
going on.
them.
I can see him through the golden hair. I
Oh,
can see it all. I mean the golden
thank you,
glasses.
Rockstar.
Anyway,
Sorry to distract you.
anyway, what is your favorite thing to cosplay?
Well, I'm curious. So, what was the cosplay that caught
It
your eye?
was
Can you describe it?
full on horn it person.
I'm not sure. You'll
Ah,
have to send it to me
What?
later.
Jesus Christ. You did it like 43 weeks ago.
43 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to send
For
this to me on Instagram. Let me
okay.
know which one it was. Which one's your favorite? But what was your question?
What is your favorite one you've done so far?
Oh, my favorite one I've done so far is my glam Jason cosplay. I did a burlesque inspired Jason, like for Friday the 13th cosplay. That's the one that you saw me saw me rock at X3. That was
Okay.
the first time I debuted that because that was the first Friday the 13th of this year. And there's gonna be another one next week for Halloween.
Okay.
um
Okay.
so yeah, that's my favorite. I did a full-on Jason mask that is covered in pearls and rhinestones. And it's a pearl covered corset, a whole, pearl necklace that's covered in like bloody red jewels and rhinestones and sequins.
Oh
And
wow.
I bejeweled a machete to go along with it.
Yeah, it was really nice. I
Okay.
remember because you was yeah, I
So
remember
yeah,
because it
my
looked
favorite cosplay I've done so far. I've put the most time into that one.
so who do you normally like go after when you do your cosplaying and stuff like that?
I started with like the like inherently sexy characters. I like the characters that have that, sexy nature kind of like drawn into their persona. Like the Jessica Rabbit, Black Widow. I mean, they use their looks to their advantage. So that
Okay.
fits along very well with sexy cosplay, of course.
Have you done like
Like
Poison
Poison
Ivy?
Ivy. Yep, Poison Ivy's another one. I've done a couple versions of Poison Ivy, a couple good videos of that. I did like a JOI video where it was like Poison Ivy takes your seed. there's such good innuendo with poison ivy.
I like the I
So,
haven't
Yeah.
had the opportunity to sit back and enjoy your videos.
you haven't
But
yet? Well, you need to.
no. The thing is this, like, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but like after you meet so many people in the industry, watching it isn't as fun as it used to be before you got into the industry. And
Interesting.
sometimes,
For you too? You find that for you too? I mean, I feel like it's definitely different now that I make porn, watching porn,
yeah.
but you find that it's different for you too, just like knowing people?
But the thing is, like I do photography and I do
Hmm.
record people. You know, like I'm not like a on camera talent, but I do record people and I do take pictures and I do edit the videos. So it's like
Okay.
after hours of editing, you know, someone getting in this angle, and trying to make it look good, whatever.
Hmm.
It's like you watch it now, like, oh, they could have shot that better. They could have did
Yeah.
a different angle. That person's not
You look at it from
blocking.
a working point of view
Like
now.
they're they're
Yeah.
they're 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 looking too much at the camera. Look at them. Like why are like in like I can't talk, my lips are always chapped. But why is his lip like why are their lips chapped? Like
That's so funny to me that you notice those little things too. Because I absolutely do that. Like that has kind of ruined porn for me now. Like, yeah, I'm always analyzing porn for, the little things that could have been done better, or, oh, that's a good idea. I might take that and use that later on. Like, I can't like turn off my work brain when I watch porn.
and that's why because, and then also because I do know so many freaking people in the industry, and like I've introduced CW to a lot of the people in the industry through our whatever, and like I don't know what it is like with him, whatever,
Podcast.
but the podcast, and you do go to some
Yeah,
events. You
we do have
do you do go to some events.
the podcast,
Yeah, I mean
the
you do
events
go. I mean,
through the podcast.
you do go to some events. You do meet people in person sometimes.
That's
So it's
true.
like for me, after I hung out with you, like if I shared bread with you at some point, it's kind of like I know your personal story.
Then you're doing it to yourself.
I-
But
Yeah.
but the bonus is if you ever decide to get out and you want to enjoy porn again, there are new faces like every month.
yes, I understand. But the
So
thing is
you'll be able to
also
look at the new faces and it'll be okay.
the thing for me is that like also is like when I look at new faces, I have to make sure they look older than younger. Because you look too young. I can't watch you. Like
Sure, yeah.
if you look 18, I'm like,
Not your thing. Sure.
Ooh.
It's not for everyone.
But anyway, back to where I was going to, because this is about you. The is a lot of your videos sitting around doing cosplaying as characters and doing the acting out in that, or
I have recently, in like the last 2 years or so, I've been focusing mainly on my live streams and less
okay.
on my recorded videos.
Because
And honestly, it just because it's, go ahead.
I did read that you do a different costume every day in a month in October.
I
I don't
do.
know, you do it this year or you were just doing it last year?
Oh yeah, doing it this year too.
Oh, so is the whole month is good? I'm sorry. Is this whole month gonna be like different? A different costume every day, or I don't know how often you stream. I know you're
Yeah,
streaming
it's a
today.
different costume every day that I'm live streaming. So I don't live stream every single day of the month. So I'm not doing
Okay,
like 31 costumes.
that'd be a lot, but I mean, never know.
But
You
there are
could.
there are a ton of people, like especially Instagram models, that do a different look every single day of the month. So it's apparently possible, but kudos to them for doing it. It's a lot of work and
I
it's a lot to
mean,
keep up with.
you could be that. You could be that professional. It's like, you know what? On the first of the month, I'm gonna do Harlan. That second of the month, I'm gonna do Poison Ivy. That third of the month, I'm gonna do Leia,
That's how
Princess
a lot of
Leia.
people do it. And it honestly, it would be smart to schedule it so that people would know like what to expect what day, or, oh, I love that outfit. I want to make sure I don't miss it. But I've found that I prefer, like, for my own mental health and happiness, I prefer to be able to choose what I'm doing that day. So I'm
Okay.
like, my fans know that I stream like during the weekdays now. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, so I'm
Aw.
restricted to daycare hours. So they know
Aw.
when I am available to stream, but they don't know what they're gonna get that day.
Okay.
So, for the whole month of October, I have a couple scheduled days. Like Friday the 13th, I'm gonna be pulling out Jason. Duh. So there's going to be a couple scheduled days like that, but otherwise, I like to just like wake up that morning. I'm like, okay, what kind of mood am I in? Like, oh, I feel like
Mhm.
being a little sassy today. Like maybe I'll be Harley Quinn so I can be sassy with people. So I like being able to adjust my day depending on my mood.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what made you get into like wanting to do cosplay in because it's a different concept because I don't see I see it off and on, but they do it in like movies. It's a special, whatever. What made you decide to do it like just in your regular streaming or your like what what convinced you to say, you know what, this could be the bomb idea, you know?
I've always loved dressing up in costumes ever since I was a little kid.
Mhm.
I had a dress up box, and that was one of my favorite things to play with. And like I would have friends over, and we'd pull out the dress up box and play pretend. And my mom also made my Halloween costumes every year growing up. Which as I got older, I realized how special that was that she like made them from scratch instead of just buying, costumes. That would have been much easier to do. And that's something I always like I kind of just continued when I was in high school, and then when I went to college I made my own costumes in college. I started throwing my own themed parties. I was in a sorority, and so there were themed parties all the time that I got to go to, and I ate up every single opportunity to get dressed up and do something fun and something that people would like, oh my god, that's so cool. I would love that reaction. So that's honestly always been a part of like who I am. And naturally it always kind of centered around Halloween, so I love Halloween for that reason. And then cosplay became a more popular thing
Yeah.
like as an adult. So I started like cosplaying during Halloween when I was live streaming. Like I started live streaming about 9 years ago.
Okay.
And that very first month of October, I was dressing up in costumes the whole month of October, just because great,
Just
yay,
cause.
it's an opportunity to
Mhm.
dress up, I'll take it. So I started it the very first time that I started streaming. But it was usually just Halloween outside of like, custom video requests for like a
Mhm.
schoolgirl or something like that. Um, but yeah, being in the adult entertainment industry does encourage me to keep my costume closet full because I do get requests all the time for, different outfits, different role plays. So over the years, it just made sense for me to have a large closet, and I added more costumes to it. And as cosplay became a bigger like phenomenon and more well known, it was like, oh, cool, I can embrace this outside of just Halloween now. People will like this year round. So it just kind of naturally grew out of demand and what society, I guess.
Everybody love it. That makes
Yeah.
like that just like I can see the excitement in your face when you're just telling that story. It's like I
Aw.
love it. No, I love it because like it shows that you were really, really into it, and it's not just a thing you do for the fans out there. It's like you really
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
not
Like
it's not something I was just like, oh, cosplay's popular, maybe I'll
Yeah.
try it. It's really something that's been a part of me since I was a kid, and I'm really happy that I've been able to like make it a thing as an adult. Because like as a kid, you don't think that playing dress up is a job that you can
yeah,
do as an adult. So it seems like it's kind of come full circle, and I feel happy and proud about that. I feel like my inner child would be happy that I'm like playing dress up for a living.
I mean,
But
but
it's been an
this
interesting
is your inner child
realization
coming
that
out.
that's a job. Yeah.
Like so, you're like it's like I was about English. Like the smile I said you had, that is your inner child, like just embracing it because you've been doing it, as you said, since you were a little Chrissy. So it's like it's like for me, I didn't really get homemade costumes. I got here here's here's a mask, go out there and trick or treat. Or we're
Oh,
gonna
but I bet
or
you still had fun. Even if you didn't get the homemade costume, I bet you still had
oh I
fun.
just wanted the candy. I didn't care. Back in those yesterdays, then you had to avoid certain blocks because they gave healthy candy. You know.
Huh.
I don't know if
Gotta
you
go to the
experienced
houses with the king size bars.
Yeah.
see that's what I give out now. Like I
Nice.
have like I set aside like at least like 20 for the first 20 kids, they get the king size. Then everybody else gets everything else.
Oh, I like that. That's smart. Just having some for the
And then
early
the
word.
thing is, I don't even
But
talk.
but the flaw with that is usually the early kids or the younger kids, they can't handle the king size bars
Yeah.
anyways.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I mean,
Wow.
that mean like because I remember like this is 2 years ago because I just moved into where I live at now, and the first year was COVID, so they couldn't trick or treat. But the second year, my very first kid, I gave like she could have been no more than like 4 or 5. I gave her one of those big old Snickers king size bars.
hmm
Just how she started jumping up and down when I put it
Oh yeah. Made her day.
back to her mama. He gave me a big one.
That's good. That puts a giant smile on her face, but it also puts a giant smile on your face. Like that's
I,
that's
I,
making your
I,
younger kid proud.
the only
Yeah.
thing I don't like about where I live at is I don't like I live on a cul-de-sac, so it's not that many kids walk down here because I'm the only house on the cul-de-sac that would give out candy.
You decorate, you got to decorate, make it an attraction.
Man,
Yeah.
that's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
work.
true.
I'm
Shine the
like,
big spotlights. Come on down here, kids.
well, the thing is, like my neighbor across the street, they decorate, but they don't even give out candy.
What? You
Yeah,
can't
That's
decorate and not give out candy.
deceptive.
yeah.
That yeah, they deserve to get their house TP'd. That's rude. If you decorate, you should. And
They've
you're
had
like, if you're in a
it.
neighborhood and you decorate, you better be there to put out candy
They've decorated
or leave
every
a
year I've
bowl,
been here, and they've
something.
had no
Wow.
candy. I think they were decorating like 2 days ago for this month, whatever, and they don't give out any candy at all.
I'm calling it. They're getting TP'd this year.
I mean, since I've been here 3 years now, they've never got TP. But it's just like it's like no one like really comes down because this street is usually just dark, except for my light being on, and no one can see it because it's a bush that blocks my light. So I don't get enough kids. But I know that first Chrissy W can tell you because he was eating some of the candy. I had a lot of freaking candy left over. You remember
Yeah.
that to them? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't eat chocolate. So it's like it's just there.
You don't eat chocolate?
I don't like I used to, and I can there's a few things I can tolerate, but I do not like the taste of pure chocolate. Like I need something to mask the taste so I don't taste the chocolate.
Oh, that's wild. God, I love chocolate, and especially like good dark chocolate. So we're on the opposite ends of the spectrum
Yeah,
there.
I never could eat dark or white chocolate. I could tolerate
White chocolate, I'm not a huge fan of. That's not real chocolate.
because I get to be able to tolerate milk chocolate, but the old like I think it's just the older I get, my taste buds is like, no, I
That's
don't
fine
like
if you
this.
know what you like.
Fine. Yeah.
So you
So,
go for all the gummy worms and lollipops and nerds and stuff instead. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
ooh, what is my
I'm asking you the
no?
questions now.
What was
Yeah.
my favorite Halloween candy? Payday?
Hate it. Doesn't that have chocolate?
No, that's
That's
caramel.
just peanuts and caramel? Okay.
Peanuts and caramel. Like when I was little,
Interesting.
Payday
I don't know
was
if I've ever heard someone say payday's their favorite.
like
Favorite. That's
yeah, I mean like as far
weird.
as bars go, like I don't really
What?
eat it. I
Okay.
don't really eat it as much anymore because I'm like the nuts getting in between my teeth. But like yeah, growing up, Payday, like anything caramel was mainly one of the main things I used to enjoy.
I liked Butterfinger as a kid. I don't know if that
probably,
counts. That's not really like caramel. That's like more toffee-ish, I guess.
well,
I don't know.
that's toffee. That's toffee chocolate.
That's not
And
really
Buttery,
caramel.
country,
butter. Well,
What
peanut
is it?
butter.
Ooh, Rolos. I like
crunchy,
Rolos.
buttery.
But those are chocolate and caramel.
Yeah.
Usually caramel goes with chocolate. That's hard to find without. So I
I
get
don't
why you
even know
like
the
payday.
last time I had a Rolo.
I like Rolos. What about UCW?
Score, like a score bar.
Score. What is even in that? I don't even know what's in a score. Is that the
It's
one with pretzels?
no, it's it's like a Heath bar. It actually, they used to be competitors, and the company bought whoever produced Score, but it was so popular they still produce it, and it's American toffee, where like Heath bar is English toffee, so it's
Okay.
like sweeter. It's just
Okay.
like a Heath bar,
Heath
but
bars are
I
good.
guess more American and more. Fuck, they
Oh,
haven't changed the
okay.
logo since the '80s, so that's
I
when I
had to
started
look. I
eating
had to
them.
look up what it was.
I
Yeah,
feel like those are both some obscure candy bars. Those are not like your
yeah,
typical top fives.
yeah. Have an RC and
I
a
like that.
Score.
You two are interesting.
I don't remember the last time I seen a scoreboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
like
That's what
milk
I couldn't even
chocolate.
remember what that was.
Like I can look it
They're
up
at
like on
7
my phone.
Eleven. They might be dusty sometimes. I've been a place and I've seen them be like they have dust on them, but sometimes they're like not a lot of them.
But at least it's like toffee, so it's supposed to be hard anyways. Like can you
Oh yeah,
tell if it's
it's
bad? Do those still go bad?
nah. They're pretty. I
Because
don't
they're
know.
still hard and crunchy either way, right?
Yeah, it's the only thing about them is they don't really make king size ones, so you just go through it so fast. You know.
But other than that, I like gummy. Like I love like gushers and crap like that.
Oh, I
Ugh.
miss Gushers. Those were great as a kid. I don't think I could eat those now without feeling disgusting.
I
Anything.
just don't
But
like to
Gushers
like,
are
oh,
good.
liquid inside.
Yeah. Make them explode.
I mean, and I keep Tootsie Roll like not the chocolate one, but the fruity Tootsie Rolls in my house. But I'm not the main one who eats them, so my house guests do. So it's like I probably eat like 20 out of the bag, and anybody else devours
You mean the fruities?
the fruities.
You talking
Yeah,
about the fruities?
yeah.
You said Tootsie.
Fruities. Ah.
You remember fruities?
I barely know what fruities are. I'm like, I feel like I've seen a grape one once. I couldn't even tell you what other flavors they come in.
We need to.
Yeah, it's yeah, that tracks. Most people don't.
We so
Most people don't.
what she's
What
telling
flavors do
us.
they come in? Is it like, I guess it
Uh,
sounds like it's kind of like saltwater taffy
No,
ish.
it's how would you decide?
If it's like a Tootsie Roll but fruit, that sounds like it'd be
Yeah,
kind of like saltwater taffy.
yeah, but they also have the fruit Tootsie Rolls. So it's
Or is it like a
smaller,
Starburst, I guess?
softer. Yeah, it's probably about like the consistency of like a soft Starburst, and then
they have
and
11
like twisted
flavors.
like a Tootsie. It comes in green apple.
Ooh.
They have cherry, a sour cherry,
It says green apple, grape.
strawberry,
Oh, you're looking at the
grape,
I'm gonna have to try these now.
blue raspberry,
lemon
lemon lime,
lime.
cherry lime, and
They
mango.
used to have like a
Ooh,
weird, they used to
mango.
have like a
You
black
had me on
cherry one
mango.
a while ago.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds good too.
mango is the one that two people been eating in my house recently. They said I didn't want to eat that 'cause I thought it was peach, and it didn't taste like peach. So since it didn't taste like peach, I didn't want to eat it no more. I just thought it was like my
Gotcha.
body. And then they said I realized it was mango, and my
Like,
brain was already telling me it was peach, so I didn't want to eat it because I felt I was lied to. And I'm like, oh
Wow,
my
it
god,
says mango on the package.
people don't read; they just look at the
oh, I
color.
love mango. Mango's one of my favorite flavors. I studied abroad in Costa Rica in college, and I would have mango almost like every morning for breakfast, and it was the
Like the
best thing
actual
ever.
fruit.
Yeah.
You would have loved where I lived in Florida because we had a really huge mango tree,
Hmm.
and like the melons were like, well, the mangoes was like
Who the
this
fuck is?
big, like it was really juicy big, and like it was so many that like You know how big a Ralph's bag is, or
What the fuck is this?
so,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, you forget your own video. Anyway, we had like we used to get like 4 or 5 big grocery bags full, and it was still enough that our neighbor kids used to jump over the fence and
Oh, that sounds so good.
jump up the tree and try to get them too. And the thing is, it was so many we couldn't even eat them all. So you would have loved that little bit of big, that big old dang old mango tree.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would love a mango tree.
Because all I have now is a peach tree. And I gotta, ward off the animals, but I got a peach tree now, but you would have
Nice.
loved that mango tree. Anyway, back to you. So is there any cosplays that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Oh God, yeah, of course.
Which one?
There's tons on my list.
Which one is your number one? I need to do this before 2024. I'll take that back. I'm gonna say 20 because you want to make it
Before 2020.
No,
So you
no.
basically want a sneak peek of what I'm working on.
Okay,
next.
well, or what you want to do before let's say before October 2024, one that you really want to do that you haven't started yet, or that you want to look forward to.
One I definitely want to start working on is a poison ivy gown.
Ooh.
I want to do like a formal poison ivy dress, but that's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a big project to start.
Go ahead.
So that's what I want to work on. And one that I don't have plans to start, but I would love to do is Lilith from Diablo 4. Are you familiar?
I do not play certain like Diablo, because
Okay,
I know a few of your things you posted. They're video game characters.
A big horned demon, like succubus demon character. That just like, she's another character that like, she's a villain, but she's a sexy villain. She's like, oh yes, mommy, punish me. Like, she's that kind of villain. So I feel like the naughty cosplay video just kind of writes itself with that character too. So I would love to do that, but that would be a lot of work with like horns and prosthetics on the face, and so that's not a cheap project to be able to do well.
On a side note, like CW is more in comics than I am, but when I look at Poison Ivy, I always see like her as she's a villain, yes, but she has good reasons behind her villainy.
Yeah, a good villain does.
Like she
a good villain you can sympathize with.
He cares about the earth. Yeah. So the majority of cosplay is just video games or like comic books, or do you do animes too?
I haven't done a lot of animes. Actually, have I really done any anime stuff? I'm like, I know I have some on my roster.
Okay.
I have some Attack on Titan pieces, but I don't have all of them yet. I have a character from One Punch Man that I want to do. I'm trying to think, have I really done an anime though? Like, anime's less my wheelhouse. I've watched some good animes, but there aren't really any characters like that I have in my mind as ones that stick out to me as much. I don't know. My friend Lilith Ray Fox does a lot more anime cosplays, so she is getting me into that more. She comes to me with ideas all the time, like, oh, you and I should do this character and this character, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. Like, you gotta teach me.
I'll be honest with you, there's some people who I've known who've like just gotten a picture of a character and they just done the character and they have no idea who the heck they're dressing up as. And
I don't like to do that.
Hilarious sometimes.
No, I don't like to do that.
Because I'm really into anime, and so is CW, and it's just like sometimes when you meet some people at these conventions, whatever, it's like, really, you don't even know who this is.
Okay. Yeah, if you like, say something that like their character, like the tagline for the character, and you don't get it, you should not be cosplaying as that character. In my personal opinion, I don't know, like. I don't know. I would probably be soft on that policy, like. But I personally like to at least know the basics of my character before I cosplay it. I don't like read every single comic book. I don't know all the detail. Like, I don't go through the whole fucking fandom of everything.
I don't think you need that much information to dress as somebody, but at least know what.
But I think you should at least know their mannerisms.
At least know their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least know their
Know the name, the
abilities.
mannerisms. Like if there's an anime, you should probably watch the first couple episodes at least. Like some basic knowledge.
Yeah, at least watch
Yeah.
one scene with them. At least.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so
so
that's the reason I haven't done as many anime is I've watched some good anime, but yeah, I don't have any specific characters that are like, oh, I look just like that character, so that would be like a good fit for me.
yeah.
Um, but I totally would do anime cosplays.
Okay. No, I'm just because I was looking through your Rolodex, and I was like, okay, I recognize this, and like right now my computer over here I stopped at your Leia cosplay, so that's what I'm looking at without going up and down. So that's what made me ask that question because I know Star Wars, so that's why I know that character. So
Yeah, so far I've stuck in goodness. So far I have
I
stuck
mean,
to
you stuck
more recognizable
into stuff.
characters.
It's okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So far I've done more recognizable characters, ones that are a bit more like popular, easy to recognize, ones that are like fan favorites. And I definitely started with a lot of redhead characters, especially early on in my like cam girl cosplay career. The redhead ones are easy. I don't do a lot of wigs so far. I literally
Have you done
only own
April?
like one wig.
Have you done April?
Have I done April?
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil? Not yet. I have a yellow jumpsuit on my wish list. I would like to do an April O'Neil, but I have not
Okay.
done an April
Cause
O'Neil.
I feel
A
like
pizza shoot would be so much fun.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah.
I've seen some cute April O'Neil shoots.
I think. Let me see. Go back really quick on something you just said a second ago. You're talking about the green. I did a photo shoot yesterday, and I didn't realize how good just a green dress looks when you're taking pictures compared to every other color I've taken a picture of. I've never done someone in a green dress until yesterday.
Hmm.
And like I've never noticed how much green just brings out people. And I'm just thinking how that cosplay is going to look on you. And I'm
The
just
poison
saying,
ivy.
yes, the one you say you're with, and I'm just saying she's gonna mess around and just slay it really hard in this damn cosplay.
Oh, I sure hope so.
And so
That's the idea.
and I'm just thinking of
That's gonna
how
be one that like that might go like 100+ hours of work into that one with what I'm planning to do to it. That's gonna be a big cosplay project.
well, you
So
got it. I mean, I can like I know like as much as like you are talking about you put your work into it, I can just tell that it's gonna be like freaking amazing.
yeah, I have big ambitions, but I do really enjoy it. And being able to share the steps of the cosplay on my live streams has also been a really big part of me being able to do more cosplay. Like I do all my live streams now on ePlay, which
I wanted
is
to jump on that. Like, explain ePay to ePay, ePlay to.
ePlay.
I think I've been on there once, but it was a really, really, really long time ago. I think they had just launched it,
Okay.
and yeah. But explain it to people who are ignorant of it.
It's a live streaming site that allows adult content. Um, but it is kind of I at least run mine like a hybrid between like your typical freemium cam sites and like Twitch.
Okay,
So I run my channel like an adult Twitch, which
what do you
means
play?
for those that aren't familiar with that, Twitch is like a live streaming site where you can share your video gameplay. So ePlay is like an adult live streaming site that also allows video gameplay.
Okay,
So I can do sexy adult live streams, but I can also just hang out and play video games like with a tip vibe in and like strip goals and like a cum goal.
what do
So
you
I can play
play?
video games and then like when we hit goal, I pause and come on the couch and we do a whole show with it. And so I have like a naughty Twitch channel and I also do cooking shows and I do crafting shows. So I share with the fans, with my fans, like the whole process of me making my cosplay. So right now I'm working on a Beetlejuice cosplay, and they get to see like the progress I make on it every single day. And
Who are you dressing as, Beetlejuice or a character in Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice, I'm doing like Beetlejuice myself.
Beetlejuice.
That could,
Sexy Beetlejuice.
that could be sorry, that could be amazing. I'm gonna look forward to that because that just
Oh, it's got a
sounds.
really fun, unique twist. I can't wait to share it.
Oh my
So you'll
god!
see that by the end of October.
Oh my god! That means
And
everybody
if
I
you
need
want a
to.
sneak peek, you can jump into my ePlay streams.
So yeah, go to her. What do you play when you play games?
The latest game that I was playing was Lies of P.
Okay.
And before that, Diablo 4. Lies of P, I only played one day so far. It's a Souls-like type of game, so
I've
really
been
tough.
watching because I do go on Twitch a lot,
Mhm.
so I do know what Liza P is, and I like I say this a lot to some people, but for me, Liza P is one of those games that I feel for me is better to watch than for me to play.
I've only played one day so far. I have attempted the first boss like probably more than 20 times at this point. I have not beat the first boss yet. I got to go back and give it another try. I was really hoping I'd beat the first boss after my first day of playing, and I did not.
Do you have to like level up like to get beat more
Yeah, I might
or
need to go do a little more farming, go get a better weapon. But it's also just learning the boss's moves. So right now I'm like able to get him to like half health, but then he like changes and morphs into his second stage, and he's got all these new moves I got to learn. So it's just a learning process and figuring out like it's really just like an unforgiving game. I've played similar games to it. Like I played a Jedi Survivor, which has a good like battle system. It's similar to like a Souls-like game, but you can like block and parry. And I tried that in this game in Lies of P, and it is not forgiving whatsoever. Even if you like block and defend yourself and parry, you still take damage. So when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, I'm fighting well, but I was still like, just my health was knocking down and down and down. I was like, oh shit, okay, I gotta just
I
dodge everything. So I'm like, it's a new play style for me. I'm like learning how to play it this way versus
okay.
ways I've played before.
Is it
So
just
there's a
like
learning curve.
because I know like from what I've seen of it, it's I'm trying to decide like decipher what game it looks like. Like for me, it looks fun, but it's just not one of the games that I know that I would give my that I would have
I'm
the patience for.
sure. I'm primarily interested in it because I love the art style of it. Um, I don't know if I honestly don't know if I'm up for the challenge of such a challenging game. I'm gonna give it a solid try. So I'm gonna play it a couple more times before I like throw in the towel. I'm definitely not gonna like give up easily, but you have to like a challenge and enjoy that feeling of like finally overcoming that challenge to like a game like that.
I understand because I know because like since I do watch people on Twitch, I know Lives P and Baldur's Gate are like the main two things I see people playing a
Yeah,
lot of right
Baldur's
now.
Gate's on my playlist. Everybody I know has recommended it to me, so that's gonna be on my playlist next, I think.
Yeah, like for me, it was just like I saw the price and someone told me to come join. I'm like, I'm good, not right now, maybe later. Like I don't see because I know I play a lot more League of Legends than anything else, and I wouldn't have the patience to deal with a different game right now, which is sad.
There's only so much, there's too many games. There's only
Yeah,
so much
so
time. I
many
feel that.
games.
So much stuff to play. I've had to like, push myself to finish a game because a new game is coming out like a couple times this year. Um I know I did that with what was it? I played so there was the new Jedi, what was it? It was Jedi Fallen Order, then Jedi Survivor. Um Finished that one real quick. It was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands came out that I was excited about. So I wanted to play that as soon as it came out. And like Diablo 4 came out. I needed to finish something before that came out. What else? There was Guardians of the Galaxy that I played, and Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy was
Before
really
you get on
good.
Hogwarts, side
Hmm?
note, What house are you?
Slytherin.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff. Aw.
I am a like I don't know what CW. What are you? Do you know even know CW? Have you
No.
ever, you've never taken the Hufflepuff like the Hufflepuff. You
You
never
don't
taken
know?
Wait, did I think that? Yeah.
like even
There's
if you're
another house.
Hufflepuff,
Because it
Slytherin,
wasn't
Ravenclaw,
How do you go through the world without knowing what your Hogwarts
yeah,
house is?
like it's Hufflepuff, it's Slytherin, it's Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw.
I think I did take my test. I think I got Gryffindor.
Uh, Whenever I take the test, like and they give you a full rate, like a ranking,
But I
like
don't remember.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I
Gryffindor
don't
is
know what that
always at the
means.
bottom.
At the
Like
bottom.
it always
Oh,
goes Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and then Gryffindor. And on one occasion, the Slytherin and Ravenclaw was switched. So it went
So like
what does that
Hufflepuff is
mean?
like what? Like the good guy, the helpful person. Yeah, the helpful
yeah,
friend.
like he's a helpful
It's
friend.
personality type,
A personality
CW.
test. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a personality test.
Yeah.
Slytherin is like
So
the ambitious one.
And like Hufflepuff is like
And
your
Gryffindor is like
the
the brave and
goody
gallant. I'll do anything
brave,
for my
gallant, goody go
friends.
to. And
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, mine is like that friend that will help you when you're in need.
Yeah, Hufflepuff's the good
Oh,
guy. And Ravenclaw's like the bookworm.
Yeah. And
okay.
I think that's why like is always two for me because
For those that are listening, those are very generalized stereotypes, I know. Please don't come at me in the comments.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
come at her. You know, we like this it is too much time that will be needed to explain Harry Potter
Everything that I mean,
lore.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta take the test, man.
And how it grew over time. Now, take your test and identify what you are. So I'm sorry. We do need to touch on what you do for a living for a quick second. You know, can we explain everything that you know you're into and everything. So, what type of content do you put out there for your people who love you?
So mainly are my live streams on ePlay. I do those Monday to Friday between the hours of like 11 and 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
So I do all sorts of different shows, like I mentioned, working on my cosplays. I do baking shows.
What I mean is like you say you do videos outside of
Yeah,
that. So
yeah. So I mainly do the live streams, but I also do both on ePlay and on other
you said something
sites.
about a harem. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. I do video clips, photo sets, sexting sessions, custom videos, all of those things as well. I'm on OnlyFans on ePlay. And like you mentioned, I am part of a group called My Perfect Harem, which is a harem is one guy and a group of women. So that's the concept of the studio that like my husband and I started
Okay.
when we got into
Okay.
this industry. So that's the content that you'll find
So
when you look up
so
My
y'all joined
Perfect
together.
Harem
It wasn't someone
is
you just met
us and my
along the way.
girlfriends. Hmm?
Okay, and also I would say I'll say y'all. So y'all were together when y'all started. Y'all didn't just meet one day and say, "Hey, porn, porn too. Let's
Yeah,
do
we were
porn
dating.
together."
We met in like a corporate environment. We actually met because we were working at the same job.
Okay,
Mhm.
He ended up getting fired, and we
left
started
that job.
talking months after that. But yeah, we met at work like pre-industry, and we're
Okay,
dating for a while. Just kind of climbing that corporate ladder and not really satisfied by it. We were having great sex at the time, and we
that's
were
always a
watching
plus.
porn together and would often make fun of the porn that we were watching together. Like, oh, that's such a fake orgasm. That sounds ridiculous. Like, how could you possibly come listening to that? We would watch porn and make fun of it like on a regular basis. And so like we would have great sex and then joke about like, oh, we should have filmed that. That would have been better than the porn we just watched.
Yeah.
Admittedly, we were watching all the free porn teasers that you like get on the hub and everything. We weren't paying for quality porn, which you can totally get. But we
Okay,
were watching the cheap bad stuff. So
okay.
it kind of grew from that. if this, you know, just this idea of like, oh, we're having great sex. Wouldn't that be, you know, interesting if we filmed it? And then we were also exploring my bisexuality. I've always been interested in girls, but had never dated like a girl before. And I had never been in like a polyamorous relationship before, but it was something we were both like interested in talking about. So we were exploring our sexuality in many different ways. We were exploring, you know, kinkier, like, you know, BDSM roles. So we're at a very adventurous time in our lives. And the idea just kind of grew from like a joke into what if we actually did that? So like he had this idea for the harem as like this should be a porn category, period. You know, like what is most guys' fantasy? As many women as they could possibly handle, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you know,
like,
Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion, surrounded by all the bunnies. That sounds great to most guys. It sounded great to us. I was like, that sounds good to me too. I'm like, I'm bisexual. I like ladies. I love to be surrounded by gorgeous women. Great. And he was like, so why isn't this a porn category? Like there's orgies, there's group sex, there's gangbangs. Like, why aren't there like reverse gangbangs? Like, you really don't see that many. How is this not a porn category?
That's true.
He like pitched this to his buddies at work and they all like agreed with him. They're like, oh fuck yeah, like I'd watch that. And so yeah, like I said, the ideas just kind of came together into like, well, okay, like we started dating girls and we were like, okay, so the polyamorous thing actually works. We found girls that were interested and we're like, what if we shared this? And looking into how we could do this for porn, our original idea was having like a subscription site to sell our videos. But we found that like that really wasn't how it worked anymore. That was like outdated information. Nobody was really making money that way. And camming was like the new thing. So that's just how it started. We were like, okay, camming is a way that we can make a name for ourselves and make money so that we can fund the videos that we want to make for our site. And so I started camming from there. And we took our idea and we're like, you know, we need this amount of money to be able to film this amount of videos and officially launch our website and make like a real try at it. And I submitted an application for a personal loan. And as soon as I got approved, I put in my 2 weeks at my job.
and
I was just like, fuck
years?
it, we're going for it. We got the money. We're going to try it. And we were just like, full steam ahead. We're going to try and do porn.
And 8 years later, who you are?
It definitely evolved over the years. You know, the website changed and evolved. You know, camming changed and evolved. It's been a wild ride over the last 9 years. But yeah, it was successful enough and it went well. We were able to, you know, survive doing it full time, pay our bills, and
How
it was
how many
great.
girls are currently in the harem?
So the biggest group that we had at one time was 6. That was like our biggest, like, you know,
is that including
group of
you,
regular
or?
girls. Yeah, that's including me.
Okay.
The harems shifted like throughout the years. We used to do a lot more group live cam streams. But we've like moved across the country. I had a baby. Things have changed and shifted. So I mostly do cam shows like just with my other girlfriends now. So it's a lot more girl content. But they come and join me on ePlay. And we still do like clips and custom videos and things like that on our OnlyFans. And Sarah and I still do couple videos. But we don't do as many like group shows anymore. It just doesn't, it's just changed. It doesn't make as much sense for us now as it used to.
Okay. I mean, the saga of porns is always changing. So you gotta, you know, fit into what the times call for.
Yeah. So I'd say we have like regular girls that are local that'll come and stream with me. Like Kaya Eve, Lilith Ray Fox, Jessie Lee's joined me for a few shows. Sin Sage, Shared in Love. Like I've done scenes with a lot of different people like as part of my perfect harem, but it's not the same like group fuck shows that they used to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen you in pictures with people that, you know, have done our podcast or I've hung out with before, and I'm like, hey. So that's why I have seen, like, Because after I
Yeah,
make,
Jenna Noel. I know you're
yeah,
friends with her too.
yeah, Jenna's that's my homie. She's
Yeah,
come
we've
to,
done some shows together. I miss her. She used to be closer to me, and we used to be able to do more shows together.
and
She's great.
she's come to my one of my barbecues before. So that always well no, I take that back. CW is always cooking barbecue at my house, and I just invite the people over, and we eat. And she came to one of those before.
You make me.
Nice.
Would you say CW?
Oh, you make me do it, but it's cool.
Yeah, but you
It's a good skill to have.
like you cook it, but I bring the
You throw
entertainment.
it. You
You
throw
put him
it.
to work on the grill.
Yeah, he puts me to work on the grill.
Yeah, but like I season it.
Hey,
You
are you
season it.
I do.
you
Yes.
do a decent job.
I'm low key offended.
He's calling you out on the
I'm,
podcast.
I'm hurt.
Nah.
I'm hurt. Everybody said they like the seasons.
No, that's good, bro.
I'm gonna go cry in the car. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Man, if you can't get the seasoning right on grilled meat, like it's so simple. All you really need is like salt and pepper, maybe some garlic powder.
Oh my God, I use way more than that.
So simple. No, you don't.
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah, he uses a lot of stuff.
I have this
Sometimes
stuff.
I gotta be like, hey, don't do that.
I have
Don't
meat.
do that.
I use
Don't do
meat
that.
Oh, like
magic.
you can have some fun with
Sometimes I have
the
to be like-
marinades, sure, but you don't need more than salt and pepper and maybe some garlic powder.
Like I have this stuff called meat magic. I put on meat.
Meat magic, what's that?
It's meat magic. It's like literally a thing called
That's me magic.
It sounds like a bottle
Did
of
you
lube.
look
You
at
gotta
all the-
explain.
It's meat magic. Yeah.
It's meat it's meat magic.
Damn, that'd be-
I got the meat magic. I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
sounds like it does sound like a good name. Meat magic.
Yeah.
All your sensual needs.
Yeah, that's something dirty. I don't know if I trust
You don't
that.
even know. You don't even know those spices that are in the meat magic. Like you don't ever look and be like, oh,
I mean, I have, but
He's
like,
like, I don't know what's in it. Just put it in your mouth. It's meat
no,
magic.
no. Like, it's like I've looked before, but like, if you're asking me like right off, like out of the blue, like I won't like know like without
It's spices. It's spices.
just
it's spices. It's meat magic.
yeah, it's on here, but it's
It's
like
meat magic.
it says salt, spices, paprika, garlic, onion.
Stop
and
it. It just
Wow,
says
it doesn't even
salt,
tell you
spices.
Spices.
No,
I don't
it's
trust
just,
any label that just says
Beaver
spices.
buttholes.
It's sideways
It's just
on here.
this stuff. What
No,
does
it
that
was-
not
It's
say
their
spices?
secret blend. They won't tell you.
It says spices, paprika.
Wow. No.
Onion.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Don't put that on that meat no more. You don't even know all the spices is in other ingredients. Is it a bunch of stuff you can't pronounce?
Oh, everything else. It was it. Salt,
So it says
spice.
salt and spices.
It says salt, turbo, spices, paprika, onion, garlic.
Wait. They
Wait.
put paprika and garlic on its own. Those are spices.
Yeah. Is there a
How are they going to list some,
is there
but not all the
is there a colon
spices?
after the spices? Is there a
Yes.
colon after the spices, Ross?
A
Star?
colon knows the
So
comma.
it's okay. That's weird.
Huh.
So what are these mysterious spices?
I put like
Do you
this.
know? Throw it away. Throw it away.
No. I have like 4 or 5 of
Forget
them in
this
the house.
meat magic. That sounds weird now. Spices.
Yeah, like if it's not specifically listed, I don't trust it. Now that I've heard that they put like sawdust and Parmesan cheese and bullshit like
I
that,
can't
I'm
even
like,
show it.
Mhm.
you tell me every single thing that's in my food, please.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it is just like their special blend. You know, 'cause every company has their own special blend.
You're too trusting.
I mean,
Nah,
I
bro.
don't trust companies like that.
I'm gonna turn
That's
this
just
off for a second.
The spice is just MSG.
It's
That's
just-
it.
Oh shoot!
It's
it
the worst
flips.
things.
It's just this.
I think MSG gets a bad
We-
rep though.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
It
It
says
does
no.
make
I
everything
know
taste better.
there's some good recipes that call for MSG, and they're like, no,
It
you
does
need
say no
this. You
MSG
need
on
this.
here.
Yeah, I do
It,
have some.
it does say no MSG on here. So
But I mean, but it just has anonymous spices. Okay.
Anonymous
So
spices.
some companies have their own special blend.
I know. Just like pre-workouts have proprietary blends, and you don't buy those because you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, like they don't have to tell you the amount, but they have at least have to tell you what the fuck it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm okay if you don't tell me how much is in it. Like that's your proprietary blend. That's the recipe you're not telling me. You don't tell me the amounts, fine, but tell me what's in it.
Well, outside of that, because it's been used on all the meat I've made for the last 2 years. Yes, so you consumed a lot of it, CW. I use
Maybe that's
Haven't
some
complained
issue.
yet.
Some of the issue. Maybe that's some of the issue. I've been thinking it's been other
I
stuff, but
use
it's fucking
I
meat
use
magic fucking me up over here.
I use seasoning salt, and I don't use like regular kosher salt, whatever. So I mean, like, yeah, I use a few different seasons to make sure it blends correctly, and I use thyme,
You use what?
thyme, like THYME.
I guess we might as well do this here. You be over seasoning stuff too much, man. Sometimes, like, there be no distinct
Might as well
seasoning
do this.
flavor. It just be a lot of stuff, and then sometimes it burns on the grill, like with the marinades. They be too sugary. Like,
Well, that was because it was that self-made. No,
see, yeah, man.
that was the one
I
that
just had to say that.
that was the one that I was
I just
buying. That
said
was
I had to say that. Like, I'm good with spices, but like, can we have like some flavors? Not like it's like sometimes I like it, but then when you got like barbecue sauce and other stuff, it's just like, oh, this just don't go anymore. I gotta eat this like this. It's cool, but
All right, you got to
like,
bring the next recipe then, CW.
can we get some themes? You got so many spices, but we can't get. Can we get some like these are lemon pepper? These are like the mesquite
We mix those
barbecue
flavors all together.
dry rub. Yeah,
Why don't you
see,
bring a recipe, CW?
yeah,
I do. When I get up early enough, I was see a lot of times I used to be partying before a barbecue. So if I get up early enough,
a lot of
like
the
the day
time,
before
all
I'll
the
come
time.
over, I'll put the stuff in a
You did it
marinade or
once.
do some spices. Yeah, and it was the best. It
No,
was
it
the
was not.
best.
Because
Yeah,
all you
the
use
meat was falling off that
all
bone.
you use is vinegar.
I use raw apple cider vinegar, and I had specific spices in there for a theme.
Ooh, I'm sensing
And
a
each rack of
cook-off.
ribs.
I feel like you two need to have a cook-off. You need to
He
both
doesn't
bring
want
out your best
he
recipes
doesn't want
and
to
then
cook
have
off.
everybody vote on who makes the better
He doesn't
one.
want to cook off.
Yeah, let's make some
Oh, I think you
vegetables,
should.
Raw Star. Let's
You
make
got
some
me there.
vegetables.
Make some vegetables, you win.
Okay, let's bake something.
We can
You
bake
can
something.
can you make a peppermint cheesecake?
Peppermint
I
cheesecake. That sounds
I
wild.
don't eat cheesecake, so why would I do it?
Okay, see?
Can you make snickerdoodles
Huh?
from scratch?
Yeah.
This is the bake-off I'm interested in. I
Yeah.
want all
live
the
in a-
desserts.
What a time to be alive.
I
Raw
mean,
Star, the world's largest library is at my fingertips. I can learn how to do anything, really.
yeah. Without even looking.
So snickerdoodles, what else you got?
I've made my
Can you make
money.
something good with chocolate? You don't even like chocolate. I like everything except for sea bugs.
Yeah.
Sea bugs? Did you say sea bugs?
Yeah, sea
Shrimp.
bugs.
He don't
What
like
is-
shrimp.
What are sea? Oh,
Shrimp.
shrimp.
Lobster, crab,
That's because you can't eat
crawfish.
it.
Nah, I don't eat roaches on land. I don't eat roaches in the sea.
It's no,
You just
because
eat.
it's
I'm
because
not
you
eating
can't.
no red
It's
roaches.
because you can't eat it. Don't try to come in here and say,
No, I don't even
Oh
think
my
I'm
God.
allergic anymore. I don't even think I'm allergic anymore because I eat fish. I mean, not drink. I eat fish sauce. I still eat a lot of Thai food. I just don't want your sea bugs.
See, that's on you. I
See,
love
no, people
I
got
made,
You don't
I
tricked
think
made,
you're
long
allergic
time
to shrimp
ago.
because you can have fish sauce?
I made some shrimp 2 days ago. It was delicious.
I do
But I
like
don't have it
shrimp.
anymore because I did have shrimp one time.
Oh, it's funny.
So
So no. And like I know how to make some of the stuff I can't eat. I mean, I don't like to eat, but that don't mean that I don't know how to make it. I just don't make it.
So now I know what not to make for your cook-off. No shrimp, no chocolate.
See, like
That's what I need to know.
no, I mean, cause like
oh no, you can't have any kind of pasta either, any kind of thing. Rostar doesn't eat that. He's such a picky eater.
I'm a picky eater. Like I know how to make pasta. I just don't eat pasta. I don't like noodles. I don't like the consistency. The
How long
consistency.
have you two been friends?
I don't know. I need to reconsider this friendship right there.
Since-
Oh, stop it.
Probably since what? We went
No,
to the
like,
same high
you guys are
school,
talking about each other
but we
like
were
brothers.
friends till like
You clearly
like
know each other well.
18, 19.
The thing
So
is, like, we went to the same high school.
20
We didn't hang out until college.
Yeah, I was his
So
cousin's roommate.
he was my cousin's roommate. So I want to say I was 19 and he was 18, and I'm 40 now. So what's that? 21 years.
Yes,
Wow.
like a long time.
Yeah, I know
Wow.
him
Yeah.
to
Okay. Might as
take
well be
somebody,
brothers. Sure.
like take someone to to consume alcohol. So like we ain't become really close until like 3 years later, and hence the misfit name of us getting kicked off the radio twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Chris was a bad boy. Anyway,
I was just rude. Another reason why I'll never pursue political office.
no, he just made a comment and someone was offended after we had got kicked off the first time because I said a comment and somebody was
Oh,
offended.
I'm so curious. How
Okay.
bad
You
was
said
it?
people-
Was it really offensive
Okay,
or was
okay.
it silly?
Don't try to flip this.
His was offensive.
No. Okay.
Mine was silly.
Okay. The thing is, Men's Health Magazine did an article and it said the dumbest people in the USA are from my home city in Indiana. And I'm like, wait a minute. There are some people that are from places south of where we live that aren't intelligent as some people from my home city are. And someone said, well, I live in Kentucky and I'm offended. Okay. I didn't say you, I said some people. So
You said south
south,
of
yes.
where you are.
Yeah.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. What is south?
Yeah, but I didn't say.
Okay, I didn't say you.
I was
just
talking.
said
I was
people
talking,
in your area.
I said there's some people. I said there are some people that are south. I didn't.
So, wait, so
I
what?
didn't-
This one person got offended. So what?
Yeah, and they called in and reported us, and we got in trouble.
Well,
We got taken off the radio.
The college
They
radio.
taken off the
just switched to,
radio
like,
for that?
It was college radio, and
It
then
just switched to FM. So like
Oh my
it just was
God.
like under regulation of like the FCC and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So they're really like tight about
Really
that at the
strict.
time.
Oh, that's
And-
insane.
and then like we got
The
back
amount of like
on.
stupid offensive shit I've heard on the radio, that's insane.
Yeah, then we got back going. We on here cooling whatever, and Mr. CW, who's always late, still always late. That's why earlier he said, I'm here. Still always late. Said I am late like a hose. Period, and that's what kicked us off for good. He said late like a hose. Period.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
I found out later I wasn't even supposed to be there. There was like all these kind of regulations and things you had to sign up and go through to be a host on the radio.
It's
And Rockstar
okay.
just put me in there.
I needed
He
to
just put me in
co-host.
there.
I needed
The
a
guy
co-host.
brought me into his office and was like, well, you know this and this. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I just came on the radio because my buddy asked me. And he was like, just go. Just leave.
I needed
Like, okay.
I needed a co-host because, like, for me, all I can do is play music and try to entertain sometimes. And sometimes you're sitting there for an hour or two. It's kind of like, well, dang.
See, I'm here out of necessity. I'm living furniture.
Hey, but you enjoy it sometimes.
Sure. Sure.
Living furniture is a whole fetish, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand. I can probably understand
No.
that fetish. What?
You can understand that fetish?
I can probably understand that fetish
Yeah. Share. How so?
Why?
because, like, okay, if you are somebody
Ooh, that
who,
was gonna be rude.
if you are somebody who can, like, like maintain the position of you, like, of you just sitting, like you're sitting down on a chair, like you can maintain that position without, something under you, and so you're like, it's still like you're a chair. And if somebody, enjoys, either anal or
What? What?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah. You're pretending you're a
I don't know
chair.
where this is going. We were talking
Yeah.
about
And it's like, living
I'm
furniture.
waiting for
you're a
him to
chair.
finish. Where are you going with
Living
Go
this?
furniture.
ahead. Go ahead.
So it's kind of like they're just sitting down on it and like having a full dinner or whatever while it's inside of them or whatever. And yeah, you just get up and walk away. And they're just like they can be like, doing the bouncy thing, even if it's in someone's vagina.
I
They're just,
love that that's where your head went with that. That's fantastic.
yeah. I mean, that's living furniture.
I was like, well, I don't know many chairs that do that. So
I mean, no, it's just
how
like
would you
The
just see
human
a
furniture that
person
I was
sitting
talking about
there.
is like, it's very common for like someone to bend over on all fours and like be used as like an ottoman for someone
Oh,
else
yeah, I
to put
mean,
their
that
feet up
too.
on. Like,
That
That's
too.
what I was
so
thinking.
when
But
you went for anal, I was like, wait,
Wow.
where's he going with this?
Wait.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're chairs, like
I
they're
thought we were
Like,
talking about
yeah.
an
they are
ottoman.
they are in the squat position,
I don't
and
know what chairs you be sitting in that got something sticking in your ass, huh? Rockstar, I don't.
nothing goes in my butthole. But I'm just saying, I'm
And
just
now I'm
saying,
just
like,
picturing like a dude with like on what he would have to be like on all fours like a crab, like he's crab walking to have his
yeah,
dick up like a chair.
yeah. He just there, like he's just holding the position,
The mental image of
Oh,
where
my
you went
head.
automatically is
and
fantastic.
the person, depending on what they're into, they just sit right there, and it's just like it's inside of them, and they're just having a full on meal,
Wow. Okay. Full.
or they
Okay.
or they can be
That's
sitting on the
Ross
person's
Star's
back.
fantasy. He
Yeah,
wants to eat a
Rockstar was
full
like,
meal.
No, I just like when I think
are
of.
you sitting on a human chair, Rockstar?
That's excellent. I'm gonna assume that from now on. If I don't see anything from the waist below, you're on a human chair, aren't you?
Human chair.
Every single Zoom meeting. You have a
Oh,
dick up
Oh
your
my
ass,
God.
don't you?
Yes, what that was
I
that?
don't. I'm sitting on a chair right now, like a
Yeah, like,
real leather chair right now. Oh, goodness
Ooh,
gracious.
leather kinky.
So no, it's just like I can understand that because
here,
it's just
muffle,
like
muffle, muffle.
people like looking at nudity or putting like the dominance of putting their feet on humans if they're like in the position of like a footstool.
Ottoman?
Yeah.
A footstool. So like I mean people like that. So I get it. Or they like sitting on something that is strong and sturdy. And this is more so someone sitting on someone who's like,
I think a lot of
Where
the
muscular.
the penis
pleasure that
come
comes
from,
from
though, bro?
something like that is from like being used and using someone else. I think
Yeah.
that's a big part of that.
And then like I'm
Yeah.
It's like it's being used, but it's also being ignored a little bit at the same
but it's
time.
also because I'm a sub, so I get it.
Yeah, Rockstar wants to be a footstool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sub. I've said it numerous times. I'm definitely a sub when it comes to anything like that. So I
All
get
right.
it. I get it. It's like
All right.
like it's things I don't understand. I don't get, but like there's like that one's very tame compared to things I've heard or things that I've heard people request over the
Sure.
years.
Yeah, human furniture is very harmless in my eyes.
There's some that I feel that are harmless, but are different.
Sure.
Like armpits, different.
Different. Yeah.
Some people like to smell the pheromones, bro.
No, no. Some people Just
I like
one.
learning
a
about people's kinks.
trauma.
I think
I've,
I love learning about people's kinks. I think it's so
I've.
fascinating. I love asking people like, what is it about that turns you on? That's one of my favorite questions to ask somebody.
So, what is your favorite thing?
Like
This is
when I've asked someone about
Uno
that, like
reverse.
for example, about like armpits, I was like, so what about armpits turns you on? For some people, it is a smell thing. Some people like the smell of sweat and pheromones, but I've also heard a totally different explanation, which is that it's like really soft and very sensitive skin. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And like,
We both grabbed her.
I've had someone like, just lightly lick my armpit to like tickle it. I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. All right. It's like a
That,
light tickle. Like it's
like the face you made was like, oh my god. I was like,
You wilding
it's
out
like
here
I
with this
did.
armpit here
Yeah,
now.
like
yeah, like something that you wouldn't think twice about if you just ask someone to explain it. Like, what is it about it that like turns you on? They're like,
Lick
okay,
it off.
sometimes they can make you like, okay, all right.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah. If you
necessarily
like it,
all about
I like it,
armpits now,
baby.
but I get it. Like,
You love it, I like it.
right. I love learning about people's kinks. I think it's great.
what is your favorite then? Uno reverse.
Ooh, no reverse. That's a great question. My favorite. I love being choked and I love being restrained. I love being like tied up or like, restrained down to the bed, restrained to a chair. That feeling of like helplessness and not being able to like control my motions. Like especially when I'm being pleasured, like I have very like violent physical reactions when I'm being pleasured. Like I'll try to buck you off and like move my legs. So
Okay.
being restrained and like actually like not being able to do that is a fun thing for me to play with. So those are my favorite kinks is like
I want to say this
choking and
because
being restrained.
you just triggered something that I sent yesterday to somebody. It said it's October, ladies, so you got to scare your man during sex. Play dead when he chokes you.
I do like that. That's good dark humor. I think Sarah would appreciate that too. I
See,
like that you shared that with me and he didn't, so I can actually use that on him.
yeah, I literally sent it to somebody like this was yesterday about 5 o'clock, and then the person I was talking to told me a story about something similar. I'm like, that's hilarious and funny, but yeah, things you hear when you are talking to people who have their kink stories. Those are always interesting to me, like because
Oh
especially
God,
when
yeah,
they
especially in this industry, I've learned that like but before I got into the adult industry, I considered myself a pretty kinky person. Like I thought I was pretty adventurous, I'm a submissive person. I like plenty of kinky things. But then when I got into this industry and I started meeting all of the other people in this industry that do this professionally, that do porn for a living and, they do the kinkiest, wildest things. I've gotten exposed to this other end of the spectrum. Like, wow, okay, that's very extreme. Maybe I'm not as kinky as I thought I was because the
see,
spectrum goes further than I realized.
see, the only thing I hate is like because of my injuries, I can't do some of the stuff that I used to be into, like in my yesteryears. And like when I tell some people some of the stuff I was interested in back in my yesteryears.
Rockstar, we can get somebody to beat your ass safely.
Huh?
We can get somebody to beat your ass safely.
I wanted someone to hurt me at
Oh yeah, that one
that
time. Yeah,
yeah,
you
at
didn't
that
get
one
that
party.
chance. Hey,
Yeah.
you gotta go to more. You gotta get out there and be like, beat me up, baby.
They were going to use a whip and like they're gonna put a whole bunch of safety pins on me. Not safety, but clothespins on me, and
Okay.
then just whip them off
Oh
with a
yeah.
whip.
This
I'm like,
zipper.
I love that type of stuff because
Yeah.
especially if you know someone who knows how to do it right. Because some people
Right,
don't know
true.
how to use a whip, and they can do it and it's like
Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
We're
What
holding
kind of
what?
whip is this?
so what
It's like a little whip,
like no
or
whip
this
whip.
like a big whip,
Bullwhip.
Either or, whip.
like a oh shit. That's a lot, bro.
There's ways you can do it,
It's a
like
lot
because
of room. Well, I mean, I guess you know.
you
I've
don't
seen
do
You
those
need
you
to
don't,
things where
learn
the
how to
people
use a
like,
bullwhip
yeah
properly.
because
yeah.
you don't do it to hurt the skin. You do it to hit where you want to hit at. because you
Oh, I've seen what was
yeah,
it?
so
I've seen real
you gotta
sex,
be
bro.
you gotta be precise with it.
Oh yeah,
And like
whip is tough. I got just like a play whip, which a play whip and a quality whip are two totally different tools, by the way.
yeah.
But I did get like a play whip for Catwoman, and I could not get a crack out of that thing. I felt like such a little idiot spinning it
And
around.
like this.
It's
Whip's
like,
not easy. It's
last
not just something you can like pick up
like
and do.
like I have a few paddles in my in my house. And I remember last year I was showing somebody the proper way to paddle somebody so it's not, caught like, it's not gonna cause them a lot of like it's gonna give them pleasure rather than give them too much pain,
Sure.
you know. And I said it's a proper way to do it. And I was showing them like the little twerk you have to do when you're doing it. So you're not just doing like this, like they do like when you're joining a fraternity. You do it so you're lifting the booty. You're not hitting the booty. You're lifting the back. You're lifting a little cuff under the booty so it goes up a little bit. You're not just and like it's a skill to it, and I like that. I love it. Whatever. Because my neck injury, I can't do as much anymore. So I like that type of I love pain, but it's just like some people
Learned
don't know what
something
the
new
heck
today.
they're doing, huh?
I learned about the paddling. I knew you like pain.
Yeah, like you
It's
lifted
definitely
it.
important to like practice safe play, of course.
Yeah, and
Know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, learn, communicate. Very
but it's
important.
like for example, I've seen people do knife play. I'm not into knife play. That's a little bit too because it's a little bit too much for me. But
Yeah,
it's
me either.
it's a lot of other crap that I'm like, okay, I get that, I understand it, or things that I say like, okay, I can see how someone would like it, but it's not my thing. Like
Sure, yeah.
I have a I have a huge. I'm scared of three things in this life, and that's a dark. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of dying, and I'm scared of feet.
Dark, dying, and feet. Okay.
Feet scare the mess out of me, and so I get why people like feet.
Not just not like actually scared.
I am
Like if you see it, you'll turn around and run kind of a thing.
I like this.
Or you're scared of it like touching you.
I've done a photo shoot with somebody and they wanted some pictures of their feet.
Mm-hmm.
I would literally grab my camera, point to where I think their feet is or are, and take pictures and hope that I'm getting their feet.
Don't want to look at them.
I don't like
to the point where Star would be okay if a woman was born with hooves.
Yes. Yes. I mean, like it's been
Hooves
point,
be okay
preferred
with
over
hooves?
feet.
it's been to the point
Yeah.
like
Okay.
That's
What if she
wild.
didn't have feet? What if she just didn't have feet?
I'm cool.
Would that be cool if she
That's
like
cool.
took her fake feet
That's
off
cool.
when she was with you?
I will
Just legs.
I will
Just-
kiss her. I
just
will
legs.
kiss her. I will kiss her.
You will
nubs.
kiss the nubs,
I will kiss the nubs.
but you don't want to deal with feet.
Yes.
Oh, don't act so shocked by that, CW.
I will kiss
I'm
the-
not.
I
I'm
will
not.
kiss
I
the-
like feet. So
he loves me. That's his thing. But like for
no,
me,
I like a nice
Nubs
foot.
need love
It's
too.
very Freudian. It's very Freudian.
like I and it's more so though those little nuggets they call feet. I mean toes. I hate
Toes, you don't like toes.
Oh.
Feet
it's
nuggets.
called podophobia. I had to look it up because like, oh my god.
So what if a woman had really webbed toes? That
Do you have
bother
a
as
hard
much?
time like at the pool and public places where everybody's wearing like
I basically
flip-flops and
don't-
stuff?
I basically try to avoid even looking at them.
You
And
just
it's
don't
the
look
point like
down.
I don't like touching my feet. Like so even like when I wash my feet, I have a little
You can
spray.
tell he don't like touching his feet.
I have a
You got some hobbits. He got hobbit feet.
I have a
Mr. Brooks, hobbits.
You're probably the most in
Hobbits.
need of a pedicure ever.
I know I do go get pedicures, but like
Do
the
you
thing is-
good?
but the thing is like I
Hey, earn every
Good man.
penny.
I
telling you.
mindfully have to brace myself for whenever I go there because I have to do something to distract me from them touching me down there. because I don't I don't like using my feet,
In my
period.
foot area.
Like it's so bad. Like I don't like to wear socks when I'm at home, and and if you look at any other tables I've ever sat at for work or for whatever, it's like a rail in the back. I lay my legs on the rail, so my feet aren't touching the floor, so I don't have the sensation of my foot on the floor. It is really bad. Like usually when I lay on the bed, sometimes like I may lay sideways, so my feet aren't on the bed.
Interesting.
This is too much.
Yeah, it's really.
I feel like you'd be the first guy to be like, yeah, I lost my feet to diabetes. Things got better.
Well, I still need to walk. Like I still prefer
So
to walk
I'm curious.
around.
So okay, so I like knowing where people's kinks and fetishes come from. Is there a story on where this fear came from? Do you have like a story from like your childhood or something of like, something happened? Was there an incident with the foot? A bad memory?
Not that I know of. I just know whenever whenever since I was young, I just didn't like the feeling of a foot being around me. It just always was something cramped.
Interesting.
And I told people like this one thing that I like that's my goal for at least by 2025 is to
Inferior hands.
combat. Huh? That's a full
The
year.
inferior hands. Is that why? It's just not.
Yeah, they're inferior. Yeah, that's one thing I want to work on. I want to work on my fear of freaking feet. If I can get over that, I'll be good. The other two I can't control, or I won't be able to control ever. But like, if I can get over my fear of feet, like if it's in a stocking, it's okay.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal.
If it's in a stocking or a shoe, I'm okay. Because I don't got to look at it. Or so, it's something. If your foot is covered, like a sock, a shoe, a stocking, anything is covered. I'm not looking at your bare feet, whatever. But once I see your bare foot and your nuts of toes, like I can't. Even yesterday, I was doing a photo shoot and the person was wearing high heels the entire time. And it got to the point where I wasn't getting their high heels. I was just getting from their kneecaps up. They took their shoes off and they said, "Oh, don't get my feet because my bottom of my foot's a little dirty." I said, "Don't worry. I'm gonna do my best to avoid looking at your foot." And I didn't have to look at their feet, but it was just like they were aware that. So sometimes I understand some phobias, and I get. I mean, I feel fetishes, but they're not. And that's one thing that's Chris's thing. He loves feet. So we're opposite.
Opposite ends of that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
well, that's good. So you don't compete on the same. At least you don't compete on the same women in that aspect.
I mean,
No.
I mean, no.
Do we?
No.
Nah.
I don't think I've ever like try to. No. We have different tastes in women anyway.
Nah.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I probably am. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I'll say it. I'm probably more open to dating women in the industry than Raw Star in a lot of
Okay.
ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But my reasoning is
I'm all about the emotional monogamy.
see my reasoning is the fact that I'm getting older and I want to have little raw stars running around here, and many the ones that I've had the opportunity to be closer to don't want to have little ones running around, so it's always that, and yes, that's one of the main things, whatever. And then most of the ones that I'm around, they don't see me like that. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to push boundaries. So, so it's, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're like a, photographer.
I just fumble them.
No, because many other people I take, I take, I fumble. I probably fumbled someone recently, but that's a different story. Yeah, and that's why, and they know that, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm taking your picture. Let me have something else while you're doing this, and that's not what I do. I'm there to take pictures and then leave. I'm not
Right.
there to take pictures, convince you to have sex with me, have
Yeah,
sex
no,
with you,
that's not
and
smart at
then
all.
leave.
Not
And that's
smart at
and
all.
that's and that's what some people do. And like we had someone on recently who said that's what the majority, like a lot of them want. And I'm like, no, I mean, we can do a photo shoot and then kick back and watch anime, you know. And he's laughing because he knows it's true.
That's what it is.
Like I would, yeah. And I give you a security kit. Like here, make sure no one messes with you. And then yeah, yeah. So anyway, we have went over our time, the way over our time, and I appreciate this conversation because I like
Yes.
it could go on, and you are such a great, wonderful human being, and you are a
Thank you
lot
very
of
much.
freaking fun. I'm glad we had the opportunity to talk
Yes.
more, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet you at X3. That coincided to us even doing this, and also happy belated birthday. I know it was last week, but.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
I did say it on the day, but I can say it verbally now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a good birthday.
28th, right?
Huh?
28th, right?
Oh, you're sweet. 35th.
No, October, September. The day.
Oh, it's September 30th.
Oh, 30th, okay.
It was on the 30th. I did a special show like, the week, like
I
a couple
wasn't
days before
asking
that.
your age. That's rule number one. Don't no.
You never asked them what their age.
30th.
You'd be
30th.
surprised how many people don't know that rule or break that rule. So many people ask
No.
me my age. Oh my God.
I was not asking your age. I was just saying the day. The day.
No, September 30th. That was my birthday.
Yeah, so 5 days, like 5 days ago. See,
Yeah,
it's less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, tell everybody exactly where to reach you and how they can find you and how they can support you all to do. Because we barely touched the surface of all that you are because you're a 6-time award-winning person. That shows that you have your loyal fan base out there who loves you so much. And so anybody out there who doesn't know you are, I feel pity for them because they need a little LeBlanc in their life.
No, you don't need to pity them. You're doing,
Doing them a
the good
service.
work of sharing me with your fan base.
Yeah,
Doing them a service.
I'm sharing you all right now. Take this as a big hint. No.
Yeah, I keep all of my links updated at allmylinks.com/Chrissy LeBlanc. So everything is housed under there. My main live stream site is eplay.com/myperfectharem, which is HAREM. So between those two places, you can find everything. My live streaming, my OnlyFans, Sex Panther, all my content. You'll be able to find it between those two links.
Yeah, and CW, really quick, what is your personal stuff?
CC Fitness LA on all platforms.
Okay, you can find me at RIWSCARR on Twitter and on Instagram. We are the Beret Memphis on Instagram, Beret Memphis on Facebook, and on the Twitter. Again, thank you so much for coming on. You're such a blessing. You're so fun, and I wish
having me.
I wish that every cosplay you do this, but is stunning, and everybody is just left in freaking awe.
Thank you so much.
It's a perfect month to have you on because of that. So I hope everybody is left in awe of your awesomeness.
Yeah.
Everybody, we will see you all next week. Much love, much blessings, and goodbye, everybody.